Hi, in this video, I want to share something that's pretty interesting about brand campaigns in Google Ads. And I think this is a topic that is quite controversial. A lot of people have opinions around it, and there's no right or wrong. So I want to share a bit of how we approach this and how you should be thinking about this as well. So today, we'll be talking about how to exclude brand terms from your performance max, why you should be doing this, how you should be doing it, and we'll talk about all of this in a second. So let's jump into this. Okay, so what are brand keywords and how do they relate to performance max? Now, brand keywords are words or phrases that are directly associated with your brand or your products and services. So these are terms that are directly tied into your brand name and your brand architecture. So some of the common types of brand keywords are obviously your brand names and misspellings. So for example, Facebook, Facebook review, Facebook testimonials, and then also your product names. So if you have a certain product name that's popular, so things like the Pixel 4a from Google, Frappuccino, Impossible Burger. So if you have product names that are quite popular that are tied directly to your brand that a lot of people are aware of, this is also a brand keyword. Now, when you're running performance max campaigns, and I'm going to put a link to another video about performance max to this, but when you're running PMax and it operates on a large budget or a mid-sized budget, it leans really heavy into brand terms, and then it allows your campaign to perform really well and look good on the platform. Now, while this is good and it looks great on the platform, it prevents you from having a confident and effective way to scale that campaign because it's filled up with a lot of brand terms that you cannot scale up. So this is one of the biggest reasons why you have to be excluding some of them. And there are some nuances around this that I would also share in the course of the video. Now, obviously the first reason that you need to be looking at to exclude brand terms is to prevent Google from bidding on those terms. So if you do not want Google to bid on your brand name, which is very important, you should exclude them and then have Google not bid on them. And then it also gives you more confidence in scaling your PMax campaign because the campaign now goes after new traffic or new non-brand traffic, right? Now, although adding brand terms as negative keywords in your PMax is a really straightforward and right strategy for a lot of brands, there are certain exceptions that you can also keep in mind as you think about this. For example, if you have you have a relatively unknown brand that has a low search volume, then there's probably no point in excluding because not many people are searching for that brand term. And then if you have a brand name that is ambiguous, that is maybe tied to some generic terms, you should also consider not excluding them. And then if you have a product offering that includes third-party brands, so let's say you have a marketplace that runs ads for a lot of brands, then you should consider not excluding because there's really no point in restricting your bidding on those terms because they are quite important to target. So there are obviously certain exceptions as to what kind of brands should be doing this and what kind of brands should not be doing this. But I think for a lot, in fact I'd say 90% of brands, you should be excluding your brand terms from your PMax campaigns because they then allow you to be able to scale the campaign really confidently. So how you should be excluding them is you create a negative keyword list inside of your account and then have all your branded terms in there and then talk to your Google rep or the Google customer support to have them apply that campaign or apply that list, that negative keyword list to your campaign. And this will then start to prevent Google from bidding on those terms. Sometimes you might not have a rep, so you can just talk to the live chat or support and they would set you up with this. I hope this is helpful and I would love to hear your thoughts, your comments and your questions regarding this video. Consider subscribing as well, and thank you.